I'm going to show you how I made a Victorian styled house and how you can do it for your next Minecraft build. The first step in building a Victorian house is knowing the characteristics of a Victorian house. But they all have features that make them all Victorian. They are generally made of wood or brick, have a large porch that may cover several sides of the house, and have some sort of bay window or tower in the front facade of the house. With these characteristics in mind, we can get started. I will show you two houses, one made in a Queen Anne style and the other made in a stick style. The first step in building a Minecraft house is planning, so I'll be using wool to shape out the houses. When shaping the house, use odd number faces of 5 blocks, 7 blocks, 9 blocks wide to make it easier to detail. So after you get to a shape that you like, we can move on to the detailing. The placement of the windows will play a heavy part in how that house ends up looking. To make the windows interesting, use different sized windows, like 1 blocks, 2 blocks, or 3 blocks wide windows. And a cool trick I used for the windows is pushing the windows back in 1 block. This allows you to make the windows much more detailed than you would have otherwise. Now it's up to you how you want to detail the rest of the walls. Now I do want to note on the first build, adding that second tower does stray away from the Victorian style. If you want to stay faithful to the Victorian style, it is best to avoid doing that. So after you've finished your detailing, you have two options. You can either not do the interior, or you can do the interior. If you don't want to do the interior, I have a tip for you on how to make the windows interesting. The first step would be to use normal glass rather than glass panes, and to move that back 1 block. You then would want to surround the sides of the glass blocks with some sort of wall block. I would use the blocks you use for the outside walls. After that, you would place a light source block, like glowstone, at the bottom and the top of the glass. Directly behind the glass blocks, put some honeycomb blocks. You would then repeat as needed to the rest of the windows, and that's one way of making the windows interesting while not doing the interior. Now if you do want to do interiors, you can do something like I did on the first house. Victorian houses often have some sort of wallpaper on the walls, so for my interior I used striped wallpaper. However, you can get much more creative with the wallpaper if you use glazed terracotta. Another major feature that Victorian houses often have in their interior is their curtains. Curtains prevent the sunlight from damaging wallpapers, so they are a must. For the curtains, you can do something simple like I did here with just normal banners, or you can get more creative with the detailing with some sort of banner pattern. So after you've added the defining features of a Victorian interior, add your beds, tables, and couches. But I had a little fun with this interior. I added a basement that leads into a greenhouse and a storage room for funsies. Hopefully your Victorian house turned out great. And if this tutorial was helpful to you, please like and subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated. Bye-bye.